Greetings, everyone. I'm Miguel Martinan. I'm joined by David, and today we are giving you part 8 of Pokemon Violet. In this episode, we are going to be taking down a Team Star base and fighting a Titan Pokemon.
That is right, and I to believe in him because I don't know what's going on, what's happening in this video. So I'm just here for the ride.
Oh, really? You don't watch these ahead of time?
No, I don't.
Interesting.
I get the best. I get the better reaction.
I guess. Okay, so far, what do you think of my playthrough, as in me as a player?
Well, like I said before, I question your choice without putting the starter out.
Other than that.
I mean, you're playing similar to how I did. Well, except for well, actually, no, not true. Another difference, you hardly use any of the new Pokemon. But back when I was doing it, I always use a lot of the new ones before I set on my final team.
Admittedly, that is...
Which
Yeah, keep going.
do I know what team I use for the Elite Four?
Go for it.
I can tell you right now, in terms of type compatibility, it is not good. It was Scatterdirge, the Roulette, Leafeon, Low Kick, Dragonite, and Tinkaton.
That is actually a really cool team. Okay.
Yeah, the only problem is I have two. Only problem is I have two fire Ghost type.
Well, that's not a
I am
really
aware
big
of this
problem,
problem.
though. Okay, you're not playing competitive, and besides, the Elite Four in that game is horribly weak to fire and steel.
You say that, but I'll also Larry the first time.
You know what's funny? Not counting my very
But
first Nuzlocke of this game, I pretty much go this entire game undefeated.
like when you say that, like you didn't with a single Pokemon or you didn't with a battle.
I don't lose a single battle. I definitely lose
But
Pokemon.
you. Hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
I'm not doing a Master Lock. Because...
What's that?
So, there's a Nuzlocke, there's a Hardcore Nuzlocke, and then there's one more above called Master Lock. Effectively, it's the Hardcore Nuzlocke rules, meaning level caps, no items, set mode on. You know, very basic. But then they add two more rules. Rule number 1 is every Pokemon Center can only be used once. And rule number 2 is that you can't use your PC outside of a Pokemon Center. Oh, and the third rule is that if a Pokemon faints, it's a reset. Not a party wipe, a faint Pokemon.
Okay, you can use items and you're going to use the Pokemon Center once.
Correct.
Like when you say items, like you can't use them in battle. You can't use them at
You
all,
can't
like
use them in
outside of
battle,
battle.
in battle. You can use them outside of battle.
Okay, good. Well, I was gonna say, 'cause like that, you will have no chance to heal at all.
Well, I mean, that's kind of part of the difficulty of it. It's why it's called a Master Lock. The idea is that you're supposed to be a master at the game to even pull that off. It's actually quite doable. I've
Yeah.
seen
No.
people do it for BDSP, and I saw one for Pokemon Sword. But other than that, I mean,
Um,
it's a case of
here's
being
interesting.
yeah, it's a case of being stupidly hard for no reason.
And here, literally, and here's Pokemon I just found. Like, what the heck? This is. It's kind of interesting that they took the route of the whole of the. Oh my god, what are they called again? What are the cork? Stork.
Yeah, the Stork.
They took
Otoshi
yeah, they took the
Tori.
concept of the concept of stork carrying babies and just twist it on its head. But like now they just pick up boulders and drop them.
I guess.
It's interesting. It's an interesting turn.
It is interesting. Albeit, the fight itself isn't that spectacular. At this point, outside of maybe one instance, I'm not gonna have too much difficulty with any more battles. And
I
truthfully...
really think that they should have.
What do you think?
Imagine if before you fight them with the Pokemon, you have to do like a Legends battle where you have to throw stuff at them and while dodging attacks.
That would have been so good. Although, I'm still down for what they do with the manga. You know how Yellow uses a fishing rod to fight?
Yeah,
I'd be down to use a fishing rod as a weapon in a Pokemon game.
would be cool.
Yeah.
Well, one shot.
Yeah. This is also something I have with the Switch Pokemon games. They're not really hard. You know, go play Emerald on original hardware. That game is a lot harder than ORAS. A lot harder. You know, part of why
Hmm.
I wanted to talk to you about specifically have you played every generation of the games and not just every single iteration. So, assuming you played the original versions and not the remakes, which we now know you didn't. The reason I say that's because with
Hmm.
every remake, they make the games easier, significantly easier.
Hmm.
I would say. For example, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald are way harder than ORAS. ORAS, I pretty much go undefeated, unbeatable.
Well,
I play Emerald and I
well,
get multiple faints, multiple whiteouts.
I'll find out for myself. I'll find out for myself. I eventually do plan on emulating Emerald.
Good. It's actually a really good game.
I believe it. It's only I'm just gonna have to get used to the
Keyboard and mouse.
to fun.
You're gonna have to get used to keyboard.
No, not that. That's not a problem. I'm gonna have to get used to Pokemon before the physical special split.
Before physical special split, before EXP all, and before friendship
Oh, no,
bonuses.
no, no. EXP I already played before that. Remember I done.
Yeah, you did
Remember
platinum.
I did.
Platinum.
Yeah, platinum and black and white.
Right. I will say that the physical special split makes it means team building way harder. Way harder.
Also,
Well, because of the one that everyone knows is that ghost type, despite all the ghost types being special attackers, ghost type moves are physical.
oh yeah.
That's the one everyone knows. But what happens is certain typings, for example, if you have a normal type but it's extremely bulky physically, then fighting is a lot harder to use. But if you have a water type but it's extremely bulky for physical stats, then a grass move will one hit kill it.
Hmm.
And also changed
Yeah,
values, how damage works, and critical hits doing 2 times instead of 1.5 times, stuff like that.
yeah. That's what I'm gonna get used to that. I know I I experienced that a little bit when I played Fire Red, but
The one that'll also get you is enemy trainers using multiple full restores. Even in the first
yeah. But
area. In the
okay, but
first area.
I don't understand. I don't understand. You said it makes it. You said the split made it harder, but yet you sound like why it was harder before the split.
The split made it harder to team build for competitive, but before the split, it was harder in the single player.
Hmm.
That's how I probably should have phrased it.
How did it make it harder and competitive?
Well, a lot of Pokemon that were really good became trash tier, and a lot of trash tier Pokemon suddenly got buffed. Like Banette suddenly became really good. Or
Alright.
Decidueye ended up going from completely unused to damn near meta relevant. Not Decidueye. The
Yeah, I was gonna say Detroit was in way after the split.
not that Sableye. That's what it's called, Sableye.
Sableye was good,
Yeah, Sableye was meta at one point.
even before Mega Evolution.
Yeah, before Mega, it was actually a meta Pokemon.
Huh.
I
And
mean,
now you can swim.
this one is kind of interesting. For example, Golem was a meta contender before the physical special split. Afterwards, it became completely unused.
I wonder that's how it like with Onyx and Steelix. Two Pokemon that look like they could do a lot of damage,
Actually,
but I actually
Steelix is pretty good.
really.
Steelix in Gen 2 was meta. Along
Well, that I believe.
with Blissey, Raikou, and it was Blissey, Raikou, Steelix. I remember Zapdos was meta as well. I'm trying to remember the Gen 2 meta. I don't remember it too well. But it was the stall meta. Oh, Skarmory was broken.
You weren't even around in the Gen 2 meta.
I know, but you can play it online.
Hmm.
Okay, online simulators do exist, and I have played the other formats that I wasn't around
Yeah,
for.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
It's called Pokemon Showdown.
That's the one that everyone uses.
But yeah, like I said, Steelix is a strange Pokemon. Like it has very high defense, but my god, it has low attack.
Albeit, Pokemon Crystal introducing the Battle Tower was one of their smartest decisions.
And it was so dumb that we never got it again.
Well, we got it in Ruby and Sapphire, and then after that, we got the Battle Frontier, starting in Emerald. And then Diamond and Pearl go back to the Battle Tower, only for Platinum, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver to give us the Frontier again. And honestly, the Battle Frontier in Heart Gold, Soul Silver is so good. It really is a shame we never got it afterwards. Black and White 2 gave us the Pokemon World Tournament, which I also think is great, but I don't think it compares to the Battle Frontier. And the thing about it is, like, for example, Emerald has the Battle Frontier as well. There are entire Let's Plays that only do the Battle Frontier. Just do that. The entire second
the thing about it, I don't think I ever beat the Battle Frontier on Platinum. Yeah, no, never.
It's pretty hard. It's really hard.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Gen 6 and 7, Gen 6 gave us the Battle Plateau. Oh, no.
No, Battle
Maison,
no? Maison, isn't it? Or was it Battle Plateau?
I think, no, it was, I think you're right, it was Maison.
Yeah, it was Maison. Yeah, because it was French.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Gen 7, we got the Battle Tree.
I actually liked the Battle Tree. That was great. It wasn't as good as the Tower or the Frontier, but it was fun. I liked the remixes.
Yeah.
And we had some funny NPC dialogue.
And Gen 8 gave us absolutely nothing.
No. Gen 8 had a tower. There was a Battle Tower.
Oh, right, there was. Leon hosted it.
Yep. I mean...
Gen 9 was the one to give us nothing.
There is no post-game facility in this for a competitive battle simulator. Which, honestly, is a letdown, if you ask me.
It is.
If there was a post-game facility, even with all my problems, I would have at least checked it out. And here's where I realized I should have come here way earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think unless they added one to DLC, which I don't know.
See, this is actually something that I was praising, but I know other people were hating, and that was the lack of level scaling. Thing is, I have been completely grown numb to level scaling because of Ubisoft. If not for Ubisoft, I would also be asking for level scaling, but the problem is that level scaling, it just doesn't work as well as people think it does. If you ask me, there should be 4 modes, okay? 4 modes. Easy, which, just to make it funny, is that only boss trainers would have fully evolved Pokemon. But even then, they would all have simplified AI, and it would just be really, really easy to win. And then there should be the default mode, which is the mode that everyone uses. This one should have, this one could have level scaling if you want. I recommend not doing it. I say easy mode should be the one with level scaling. Then there should be...
You keep saying that... You keep saying you don't like level scaling, but you never explain why you don't like it.
Oh, do you play Ubisoft games?
Oh god, no, I haven't.
Okay, go play Far Cry 6, and you'll know why I hate level scaling. Effectively, what it does is it turns a level curve, as in a skill curve, and just makes it a straight line. And don't get me wrong, having a consistent challenge throughout the game is a good thing in terms of design. But doing it so many times, eventually, once you get to a certain enough skill level, nothing in the game challenges you afterwards. Like, one of the reasons that I like the red fight in Heart Gold Soul Silver, for example, is because he just comes out of nowhere and jumps you. And you can't get something like that with level scaling. Okay? You're fighting level 50 after level 50 after level 50, and bam! Level 88. It's shocking, and that's why it's so memorable.
No, not every battle have to be level scaled. Eventually, I feel like just the gyms in these, yeah.
But it would kind of detract from it, considering that you go to the ice area and you're fighting level 40 after level 40, and then you do it and then you do that as your first gym, and bam, level 13, and you just question, what am I doing here? You kind of have to level scale the entire. You would have to. You're saying that only the gym leaders have to be level scaled, right?
No, what I meant. Oh, sure. Oh, I see what you mean now.
Yeah, that would feel kind of odd. No, I'm actually down to keep this system. I really am. Because
Oh no, what I meant to say was how like, well, how I explain it, like areas are also level skill, but after a certain point they stick to a certain level.
oh, okay.
So
Well, that
like let's say let's say from you go here all the way to the ice place. Those Pokemon are still low level because you have no gym.
oh,
But
okay.
after a while they grow and grow as you get more. But other areas, lower areas that are comparatively weaker, would still have Pokemon lower level compared to
I
how many
understand what
you
you're getting
have.
at. Okay,
So
okay.
stick to it.
I get it. Although it would be kind of funny, you get to the fight with Iono, and you're fighting level 20 after level 20, and then bam, she's level 50s. No, like early 60s. That would just be so funny.
Yeah.
Yep. See, this is a truck fight I can get behind. Because we're just demolishing it. Okay, this guy. What do you think of him?
I mean, he's okay. I mean, I kind of like him because he's a producer. Like, kind of that's pretty cool.
Yep. I like Pina as
Just
well.
just a minor nitpick I have against him. He looked a bit similar to Guzma.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, why did they name him Piña, as in pineapple, in the Japanese version?
I got no clue.
What is he called in English?
Um, give me a second.
Okay, yeah, this guy's name is just Piña. I mean, I guess with the Team Star backstories, they're all just flashbacks to a conversation. It has the problem of tell don't show, as opposed to what a most competently written stories are, which is show don't tell.
His his name is Giacomo.
Giacomo. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is probably the most one of the most Spanish names I've ever heard.
Well, I mean, we are in
Well,
Spain.
one name that's yeah, I know.
Yeah. I get the joke that he's supposed to be. I think he's a 1970s era teenager because that haircut was a thing back in the day. But you would think he would have basic pattern recognition.
Hmm.
Yeah. This load screen is really long.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay then. So we've done the truck and we've done the bird fight. After this, we're gonna go to the water city. Do you know what it's called?
No. I think it was Cortella. Cortella? It begins with C, I know that.
Yeah. And once again, my issues with this region and its unmemorable designs keep poking through. Because I really can't memorize that much in this game. It's not necessarily the story beats, but more the way it's designed. The map
Ask
itself.
Carafa.
Oh. You know,
Well,
I
well,
kind of
maybe
want to...
you say that, but I still remember Kofu a lot.
You remember what?
Kofu, that's the water gym leader.
Ah. Okay, so you actually do know his name. Good.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, these blades of grass look like they come right out of the GameCube.
Yeah.
So, do you understand now that, because we talked about this last night, why I was constantly harping on graphics? No, I'm not talking about fidelity. I don't expect 4K 120 frames per second. No. That's unreasonable for the Switch. But just polygon count is mostly what I'm looking for, and artistic decisions.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. Because you saw how Square Enix was able to make Kyrie and Naminé look back in 2005.
Yep.
Okay, one of my issues with the Miraidon jump is that it causes so much lag when you jump into the high jump.
Yeah, I saw.
And that lag gets worse and worse. I actually saw that the Pokemon Company made a YouTube post saying you can now fly, something you can only experience in open world. And then the top comment was, "This seems like a fun feature, except for the fact that I would wish I could I could load the game properly," or something along those lines.
Heh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's the thing. Despite all your claims against the game, despite all the thing you have to say against it, you still agree that this isn't the worst Pokemon game, right?
What do you think is the worst?
How?
In the main series, specifically main series, which is the worst game according to you?
Okay, I can't say Gen 1 because I never played the original game, so I can't say that. Of the games I played, but probably say the worst of them would probably be about. Okay, I'm probably gonna. Okay, I'll do like Ultra Moon. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna probably go with that.
Okay.
Of the ones I play, and I play every single main Pokemon game.
Yeah, you see, I did play all the main series games, and I would say that maybe you could make the case that this is better than the Ultra games, but the reason I don't is because on a technical level, it's too broken. And don't get me wrong, for example, Generation 1 was broken, but it was also an 8-bit RPG in the 1990s, so you have to give it a pass, because technology has improved
Right.
since then. And in addition, Red, Blue, Yellow, Green, most of those glitches you had to go out of your way to find. Here, nah, you just see them.
Well, but we're continuing to the next one.
Yep, have a nice day, ladies and gentlemen.
Sign off.